What's good, family, and hello from Oahu. Yeah, today's 29 days of 30 days sober, and today actually it happens to be the third day I'm sober from everything. Um, it's kind of was the build up for the 30 days. Was within my birthday and my daughter's birthday. I wanted to kind of build it up to where I can kind of kick everything, and I feel like at this point, because of how much I've struggled throughout the 30 days, um, I'm actually content with a lot of the things that I've been saying no to, and so I realized the best way to explain my my journey in this process is how more comfortable I am with saying no. um, how like easy it is for me to like be communicative of why, and it has a domino effect on a lot of other things in my life. And so after these 30 days, people are probably wondering like what's gonna happen after the 30 days. You're gonna stay sober? Well, yeah, I have to, because I take these UAs. I also had court the other day, so I have services. Instead of fighting for the trial, I'm actually going to be receiving the services and hopefully try to get reunification with my daughter, because the goal is to move back to California, possibly reunite with family there. So as I'm starting to go through this healing journey, I'm realizing, you can't really be a parent, and I'll get into the day, but you can't really get into being a parent that will help. I'll get into the day that will help me. I will get into the day, and there's something that I did today for my daughter's birthday that kind of will put these thoughts in perspective, or this one thought in perspective. But yeah, I feel like I couldn't be the parent that I wanted to be if I didn't do the healing that I needed to be that parent. And unfortunately, in order for me to be that parent, I have to go through the healing I'm ready to do now. So that's how much being a parent and staying accountable with the things that I want for me and my daughter. It doesn't come from me just hoping that my actions and experiences weigh itself through if I haven't healed that person that needs to be healed to help show up for my daughter. But I'll get through the day so you guys can understand where I kind of got this idea from, because yeah, I got emotional. But today is an emotional day because my daughter is a teenager. She's a 13-year-old, and yeah, just to say that in itself, that I'm here and I'm alive to say that, is an accomplishment. So yeah, I'm grateful. But yeah, earlier this morning there's a church that has food drive, so I was able to chill at that church, and was able to have food for the day. And afterwards I needed to charge, so but I also wanted to find ways to kind of like get my thoughts together about possibly making a post, because I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know if I wanted to make a post, just continue my healing journey. I knew I was gonna do this, but I was just trying to fill the time out for my daughter. And honestly, I went down memory lane and went through like all my saving and archives of my stories and posts and videos of my daughter, and just watching a lot of those videos, man, I couldn't stop but smile every time, because I have such a dope daughter. Her energy is, she's an old soul, and I know I needed her in this life, so I'm grateful for those memories. But it took me a long time to kind of go through and sift through those. So every now and then I found myself kind of like sitting back and trying to not to think too much of what I'm currently experiencing, and put myself into these pockets of emotional waves with each video. I even was able to learn a song that I feel like kind of resonates with where we're at today, which is, yeah, I'll just play this song because I recorded it earlier, but I have work tomorrow, and so I was kind of like getting that situated too today. So I went to the library to get my thing charged, and while I was at the library, I saw this book, and it was crazy because I'd never really walked around the library, and the fact that I was able to walk around the library, I kind of like stumbled onto the first actual aisle that I stumbled onto had this book sitting in there, and I started like reading the sides. I was like, oh shit, this is the parenting aisle. It says teenagers here, teenage that, and this one said, praise, wait, you're not a failure, my teen doesn't like me either, by Whitney Fleming. And that obviously spoke out to me, guys. So I read the back, and it's like, while my parenting books counsel on us on how we get our teenagers to meet our expectations, Whitney Fleming asks us to take a different approach, to see our kids for who they are, they were created to be, set down our expectations of who we think they need to become, and evolve alongside them as trusted, relatable guys on their path of independence. And man, it's just so deep. I also got into getting a library card just so I can check that one out. And man, I think that was the best thing I could do for my daughter today, was give myself with a library card, because that's a sea of knowledge right there. And to not benefit off of being able to find books like this to help reprogram my thinking and understand where a lot of my mess ups as a parent come from my childhood traumas, and being aware of how if I don't heal those wounds as a child, they will show up in my parenting. And boy, did it do that, because just her being in this position with me shows like the kind of energy I had towards my parents, because I didn't feel protected by them at all. I didn't feel heard, I didn't feel seen. And yeah, it was just a struggle for me to want them to understand me. And so unfortunately, I unconsciously created that with my daughter. So yeah, I think it's only gonna help benefit me if I start reading more books like this. And then also, I feel more confident in sharing my story of what happened to me and my daughter to get us to this point. So after the 30 days, obviously, I'm going to still keep myself accountable by sharing my ups and downs, but I'm going to more be, I'm going to share more about my real effects of the trauma that I've experienced as a parent. Because I've been traumatized with her mom passing away, and I think that's the number one thing I want to tackle is my relationship with her mom. And so yeah, those are things you can stick around for. But yeah, that's pretty much my day. I was able to take the time to post that for my daughter. So if you guys have time, go check out the videos of the highlight reel with my daughter, because you kind of get a sense of how my daughter is to me. But yeah, that's it for today. I gotta get some sleep. You guys be kind in the comments. If not, just like the video, and at the very least subscribe to the channel, alright? If not, that's it for me. I appreciate y'all. Aloha and mahalo from Oahu.